So I just watched two things. Two things I watched, and one of them is related to what I'm going to talk about, and the other one I don't think is related to what I'm going to talk about. And I'm recording this now, literally a minute after I've watched pretty much both of those things. The first one was Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and the second one was a reel by a guy called Doom Wisdom about how other people aren't always, whilst we see other people as being very important to us, they often don't see us as important to them. There was a third thing I watched before then, and it was a clip from Fantastic Mr. Fox where he says that he just wants to be this fantastic Mr. Fox who inspires and intimidates people and someone that people think about and look up to and revere almost, Now, Fantastic Mr. Fox and that Doom Wisdom reel are relevant. In terms of their content, in the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind isn't. So you don't necessarily have to. I guess it kind of is, but don't worry, I won't spoil it for you. But so today, I went to the gym with the person that I spoke about in the last video, because we go to the gym with each other because I admired their gymnast. I felt jealous of it, almost like come on, I want to go to the gym. I want to do something. University, do something new. Maybe I can impress her. Maybe I can impress her. Maybe I can. I'm shirtless, so I'm like scratching my own skin. Maybe I can get her to like me. Maybe I can get over her with exposure therapy. Maybe I can be a good person. But at the gym today, she was on her phone a lot. She ignores me a lot sometimes when I'm walking around with her. But today we agreed to meet up with another girl who I like, but also has a boyfriend. But it's listen, I'd hate saying that because it makes me sound so creepy. But we met up with her, and we went to go get a chippy, fish and chips. And because of uni, the other girl, she was from the Balkans, so she's had fish before, obviously, but not like an English fish and chips. You know what I mean? And so we met up with her. We were walking. I didn't know she had a boyfriend until she told me whilst we sat down eating. We were walking. The other girl, girl A, who I spoke about in the last video, girl A and girl B. Girl A was on the phone the entire time, talking to, I don't know what the guy's name is. I think, well, I do, but no, not for certain, and I'm not going to say it, but I think it's the guy that she really likes, who I'm jealous of, because she likes him, and not me. So, yeah. And it drained her phone battery, whilst me and the other girl were just talking. And I enjoyed our conversation. It was very good. She's very funny. I just wish girl A joined in and responded when I turned back to ask, "Are you good? How you feeling?" I feel bad asking, "Are you okay?" Because I'm asking that because it's the gym. You good? You pumped? Let's get ready. I'm not asking it for any other reason, really. Just that. Anyways, so we got back to the chippy. Found out she had a boyfriend, a girl B. I was a little bit disappointed, but it's fine. I can still be friends with her because I'm still friends with girl A. Right? Still friends with girl A. Plenty of other fish in the sea, and I get that totally. It's a stupid thing to say, but I get it. But girl A is still on her phone, not really talking much. Then we leave. I say, I'm gonna go home. I was gonna walk both of them home, but assuming that they'd walk to roughly where they live together, and then from there, I thought it'd be okay, even though I definitely probably should have walked with them, but I didn't. I was really tired and I wanted to go home, so I went home. When I got home, I asked girl A and girl B, "Hey, did you get home okay?" Girl B, I'll talk about girl B responses first. She said, "Yeah." Said the fish and chips was awful, which I guess, yeah, it is. It can be bad sometimes. That conversation was okay. Just a normal conversation. Nothing amazing. Girl A said that she'd went to a restaurant, not a restaurant, like a lounge. She said, like, I was like, oh, okay, have fun. She probably thought something was, and she's like my phone's gonna die. I hang on, let me quickly reread it. So she said she's at the lounge, and I sent her. She said like a sad face. I sent a sad face because I'm like, you didn't invite me. I was like jealous because like, who are you there with? You know, who are you there with? I was jealous and upset that she didn't invite me. So I sent a sad face, and she said, "What?" Spit it out. I'm like, oh, never mind. Have fun. Like, she says, her phone's gonna die. Spit it out. I was like, well, your phone's going to die because you were on it all day, not talking to me, dude. And this comes after the back of, on Thursday night, we had a really good and deep conversation about everything, just so many things. About how I overthink and how she's my friend and she's there for me because she's been through stuff and she wants to help people. Or, well, she can help people, so she will, you know. I'm still confused as to what her motive is, but just, oh my god. Why didn't she invite me with her, dude? I don't get that. And I was like, I kind of crashed out. Not a little bit, not like enough. I said sorry and stuff, and sent her a reel afterwards, so it was kind of unrelated to brush it off. I said a lot of irrelevant stuff that I can't remember now, and I'm not going to go check. Could I check? Could I check it now? Do you think I could? Yeah, I could check it. I said I felt insulted and you know, I said I felt insulted and I overthink things, and I felt like she just hated hanging out with me because on Wednesday night I sent her a message saying, "Hey, do you hate me?" Which is such a attention-seeking, stupid thing to ask someone. Do you hate me? But I asked her. I said, "Do you hate me?" But then we spoke about it's irrelevant. I kind of like took it back, but I didn't delete the message. Took it back and I said, "That was a stupid thing to ask." And we spoke about it on Thursday. I said, like, I felt insulted, and I was like, "You don't want to hang out with me?" I said, "Listen," it was almost like a warning. I said, "Listen, I overthink everything, and overthinking things isn't just I overthink. I'm such a loser. Sometimes when I overthink things, yes, overthinking can lead to me hating myself, but overthinking can lead to me hating you. You know? And I don't know how else to really elaborate on that. Although, this is one thing. It's a video, this was going to be a talk video that I was going to make ages ago about this one person who I thought I was very important to, but I guess maybe I was important to them, but this guy ruined it. Where for moments they got really cold and distant, didn't really talk to me as much, and I was very upset at the time, and I was crashing out all the time because I was frustrated about this one thing, and I was always just constantly bringing negativity to her door until she just kind of didn't do that anymore, didn't want to deal with me. So I crashed out violently. Not violent. I wasn't violent. I didn't hit her. It was over a phone call, and I said some really horrible things. And it had a lot of ramifications that did. I regret it, and I miss that girl to this day. I really, really, really do miss everything. We never dated, but fucking hell, dude. Oh my god. Anyways, so So I'm scared of everything. I don't want to crash out on her and make the same mistake. I don't want to get into this mindset of like, you hate me, you hate me, you hate me, you hate me, so I hate you, because why could you hate me? Especially, with like this one girl, the girl from before, who I crashed out on. I felt it was my fault, but with this one, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And I know there's probably something I'm doing wrong. Because it was the same with that case, right? I was doing something wrong. So maybe here I'm doing something wrong. But I don't want to hate this person. And that leaves me to this fantastic Mr. Fox kind of idea where it's like I want to be, and the Doom Wisdom thing where it's like I want to be important in other people's minds because they're so important to me. People are so important to me. I will go home and I will think about them. They're like everything. The people that I meet. Everything. They make me who I am. Because I don't think I have a sense of self really, but I think of them a lot, and when I send people reels, I don't just send people a reel. I think about them. It's a time in a moment where I thought about them. I don't think people understand that. I don't think people understand how important they are to me, and I want to be important to them. Because I told girl A on Thursday night when we had that good talk, I said, "You're so." I didn't say it exactly, but I want to tell them like you're important. I should probably tell them now. You're important to me. I go home and I think about you. Like everyone, I go home and I think about you. Now, I know you appreciate me in other ways, but I want you to go home and think about me. I want to be important in your mind, like how you're important in my mind. But people, that's not often the case. That is so just not often the case. I was going to film this video on my face, but it's way too early to set up my PC and camera and everything, so I'm doing a voice note on my phone. It's not often the case that people are like that, and this is kind of where Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind came in, because these past few nights I've been feeling so sad and overwhelmed, and I couldn't sleep. So today I was like, okay, instead of not being able to sleep, I'll just go watch a movie. So I watched that because I knew it was a romance movie, and romance movies often have takeaways from them because romance. I love romance, and this movie is about forgetting and moving on. And I couldn't tell you what the movie taught me. That you shouldn't just forget people. You need to keep them. You can't just forget everything that goes wrong. And that's the unfortunate part of it. That's the unfortunate part of it, I guess. You can't forget your mistakes. You have to live with them. You can bury them. You can't erase them. I'm going to go tell that girl now. Sometimes I think... Hang on, let me give me a second. Okay, so I said basically that I was upset that she wasn't sort of I wasn't as important to her. I just said it and I elaborated in a long sort of way about it. I don't know what to do. As per usual, I kind of lost my train of thought, but I'm thinking it's either I can maybe fix this and come to grips with not feeling important, not being the fantastic Mr. Fox, which I really want to be. I can either come to grips with that. I can either succeed in being her fantastic Mr. Fox, or, which is unlikely, or worse, I can leave, or I can crash out and leave. And I don't want to crash out. I don't want to do that. It's a bad thing to do. But if I leave, I'll have to get over her. either way, the two realistic options involve me having to go through this sludge of getting over something and coming to grips with not being important, with people just not caring like how I want them to care. Yeah, I get that they do care in their own way, and that's okay, but I want it to be the way I want. I want them to think about me. And then there's the other thing, where I just push them away completely, or they just leave. Then I have to get over that. And I feel like that will be my fault if I push them away. Maybe it will be their fault if they leave, but still, why are they leaving? Because I want more. Because I'm a whiny little bitch and I always want more. I've in the last video I said I fell and I got back up, but now I fell again. I've tripped over myself after saying that I got up. And I know now, my only options are to get up and go through the sludge. Like, I've fallen in mud. I have to get up out of this mud and go through it. Or I can lay down in the mud and wait for someone to pick me up out of it. And no one ever comes to pick me up out of this mud. No one will ever do this. No one will come to save you. There are no saviors. Don't get me wrong, I know I sound very depressed. I want to make this one thing clear. I am not, the type of person to end it all. I would never do that. If it ended, I want to go to heaven, but I don't want to end it. I don't want to be the one to end it. I don't want to be the one to end it. That's all I'm going to say. Take from that what you will. I don't want to be the one to end it. So, but the scary part is, it's like university scares me. I'm going to make a separate video about university being scary, I guess, overall, but things scare me. And they scare me because I'm not getting out of the way. I wouldn't be scared of this girl and her reaction, if I was just going to avoid it, because if I know I'm going to avoid it, if I'm avoiding it, I can't be scared of it, But I know that what I'm doing, getting into this car and driving forward, I know that not crashing this car, which I'm going to drive to get to where I want to go, because I have to be there. There is no other option on how to be there realistically. I have to drive this car. I know that the only thing stopping me from crashing is either my own skill, which I'm terrified of because I overthink myself, and the actions of other people to sideline me and other things, which, again, I overthink. That's why I'm scared of it. I wouldn't be scared if I stopped the car and got out and started walking, maybe. I'm scared because I'm in the car and I am choosing to not get out of it. You'd say that's bravery. I'm telling you now, people who seem brave are often scared shitless. Being brave doesn't eliminate fear. Being a coward eliminates fear, I guess you could say, because being a coward is getting out of the way of fear. Being brave is embracing fear. Taking on fear. You are scared. People who are brave are scared. So yeah, how do I say this? What do I title this video? I've fallen. I'm scared. That's it. I've fallen. I'm scared.